So how much a person needs to know depends on what they are looking to do. For somebody who is investing in a 401k or an IRA, they don't need to know all that much at all. Today there are many online websites that you can use pre-canned allocations. You can even get somebody on a chat. There are websites like Betterment where you can pay 0.25% a year and have a live person that will give you guidance and just tell you, okay, you're 27 years old, you're putting $6,000 into an IRA, here is what we would recommend, and here are your options, and so on. If you're the type of person that can just get an idea and leave it alone, then you don't need to learn all that much. If you are the kind of person that's going to keep checking and driving yourself insane every time you hear on the news that the market went down, and you're going to start thinking that you should change something, you need to learn a little bit more. You need to understand the things that I just shared with you in terms of why it's best that you do absolutely nothing. Now, what I'm talking about until now is investing in the market. And let's define that for a second. The S&P 500 is called an index. It's 500 stocks. You can buy the index very simply. You don't need to buy 500 stocks. All of the big mutual fund companies out there, like Fidelity or BlackRock or Vanguard, make the S&P 500 available in many different forms. SPY would be one, ITOT would be iShares Total Market, VTI would be Vanguard's Total Market, which is even more than the S&P. If you plan on being an index investor, which I recommend for most people, you're not going into the stock picking business. You are buying the market. You don't need to learn all that much to do that. You might want to understand what an index fund is, and that's pretty simple. And then, as I said, you want to leave it alone. If you're looking to be smarter than the index, well, my first advice is good luck. Very rarely is anybody smarter than the index. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors alive, will tell you, just index your money, then call it a day. People who try to do better than the index try to pick stocks. Well, if you're picking stocks, you can no longer set it and leave it. Because everything that I said true about the market's trends over time is not necessarily true about any individual company. So, as I said before, Poland Springs may not be around 20 years from now, but the market will. If you plan on picking stocks, even worse, if you plan on trading stocks in and out, well, you should quit your day job, go back to school, or read a lot of books and understand the fundamentals of security analysis and how to take apart a company's earnings report. Probably should become familiar with the CFOs of these companies so you can get some information in terms of what's going on, just like analysts at JP Morgan and other firms do. And this is going to become a full-time endeavor for you. Most people engage in stock trading, but they don't actually do the work and educate themselves. They think that there's an easy way to make money in the stock market by buying and selling, and most oftentimes they're wrong. And they lose significant sums of money because they don't know what they're doing and they don't have the wherewithal to hold on to individual positions. I could give a person conviction to hold on to the market, but it takes a lot more for a person to have conviction to hold on to an individual stock that's down 30%. So the answer is, it really depends on what you're trying to achieve.